Studio 31.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ-19 News, flu season is just around the corner. What's being done locally to help you avoid the virus? A project to build more affordable housing continues moving forward in Marquette Township. And a special report live from Washington, a project to preserve the legacies of our American veterans. Your 19 News at 6 starts right now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ-19 News at 6.
In your forecast, another comfortable evening is underway in the UP. Ariane Stassek is live with us in the studio with a preview of your first warning forecast. Hey, Ariane, you're with us in person.
I know, I'm so excited to be here. I'm also excited to check out this Chicagoan lake picture from Jan Sardarelli, who was paddleboarding out there in Iron County. Just absolutely gorgeous colors. What's ahead though? Showers and sun expected tomorrow. Warm temperatures dropping though on Thursday. Showers are here midweek. What else do we have going on? There we go. Tonight, our low is looking at about 56 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. You will see some sprinkles, south to southwest winds hitting about 5 miles an hour. And then your evening planner, showers are possible this evening into midnight. And then we're waking up to partly sunny skies possible with a high of 57. Back to you, Sarah.
All right, Ariane, thank you very much. We have new details tonight about this year's flu season. The CDC says seasonal flu activity in the United States is low, but there are concerns about what may lie ahead. WZMQ's Mitchell Rife joins us now with what you can do to protect yourself today. Mitch?
Yep, thanks, Sarah. Coming out of the pandemic, people are taking more vacations and kids getting back into in-person school. There also have been recent updates in the vaccination itself, but we might be more susceptible now to the flu. I spoke with the UP's Bell Hospital about what's maybe to expect from this year's season.
Mask wearing and protecting against COVID in the past may have lowered our immunity levels. Hoping to keep the community from further infection, the Bell UP Health System has a walk-in express clinic, aiding in keeping the number of flu patients at a low.
I know things have definitely changed from last year when we were seeing more mask wearing and everything. We're seeing a pickup in upper respiratory infections.
Nurse for Bell, Rebecca Marasco, says last weekend she saw over 30 patients, each of whom had symptoms of upper respiratory issues and pointing to have the flu.
And most of it was upper respiratory, cold, flu symptoms. Kind of increase in upper respiratory, and we have had an increase in COVID as well lately.
In the past year, wearing masks and being drastically cautious through the pandemic may have caused our immunity to lower, making this flu season that much worse.
But, you know, the usual symptoms of fever, headache, cough, chills, sore throat.
The Express Care Clinic is open from Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 10 till 4 p.m. And as a walk-in clinic, no appointment is necessary for going, and only in cases of COVID testing.
Well, immunizations are so important, like especially COVID, influenza, because they help prevent you from being hospitalized, having serious complications, and even death. Vaccines are great.
In the short weeks that we've seen a temperature drop, Roscoe says the flu might be worse than in previous years. Kids are going back to school, and with families going on vacations again, these common colds and flu-like symptoms could be much worse.
People need to remember, like, we aren't wearing masks, be diligent about hand washing.
Mitchell Rife, WZMQ-19 News, Ishpeming.
And colder weather is just around the corner in our wonderful UP, so stay safe. Flu season is here.
All right, Mitch, thank you very much for that. Two Ishpeming residents are recovering from a stabbing over a small amount of marijuana wax. Last night, Ishpeming police responded to a report of an assault with a weapon, finding two injured victims. A 20-year-old man and an 18-year-old woman were treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Police say they are expected to be okay. Two suspects were arrested. A 19-year-old man faces 2 counts of assault, and an 18-year-old man is accused of armed robbery and assault. Police are not releasing any names of those involved. Excitement over downtown Negaunee's social district brought members of the community to see what it was all about and how they could participate. Adults 21 and older enjoyed the freedom of moving throughout the social district with alcoholic beverages purchased from participating businesses. A common benefit expressed by many was being outside socializing and not being confined to one location.
Generally, people are really excited about it, especially during the events that are going to be coming up. So, for example, whether it's going to be Hinky Lunta or, like we had in the past, the Iron or the Thunder on the Iron Range, having those types of events will be a lot easier because people can go from place to place and safely consume alcohol.
Signage is visible throughout the social district and is clearly mapped. You can visit the social district daily from noon until midnight. A long-year development plan has sprung, promoting a new neighborhood design with an environmental focus. They're set to release housing designs and plans in late 2022, taking reservations in the spring of 2023 for move-in starting in 2024. Part of the plan is also to keep 50% of the property as non-developable green space. Developing now, the doors are closed at an Escanaba restaurant. Hudson's announced that it is permanently closed effective immediately. The reasons behind the decision were not disclosed, but the restaurant apologized for a lack of notice to customers. In a social media post, they thanked customers for all the memories. Well, calling all UP veterans, the Library of Congress is looking to collect and share your experience about when you were in the service. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp joins us live from the nation's capital with more. Rachel?
Now, this is part of an ongoing project that collects, preserves, and shares personal experiences from our veterans. I spoke with Senator Gary Peters about this. He has a team that's going to set up a place for veterans to record their own experiences tomorrow in Marquette.
It just enriches our understanding of the sacrifice and of the honor of men and women who have served our country. And there's certainly, I've met so many veterans in the UP who are proud of their service, and we are proud of their service too. And they have stories that I think need to be told.
The Veterans History Project collects first-hand accounts of veterans spanning from their service in the First World War, Vietnam, the Gulf War, the war in Afghanistan, even multinational operations like Operation Restore Hope in Somalia, and everything in between. Veterans can record their experience as well as share letters, pictures, personal diaries, anything about their service. Senator Peters tells me this project is also an important record for veterans' families.
And it's something that will be part of the history and as well as their family history. You will find family members today as well as future members of that family in future generations will be able to look back and hear the voice of that service member or their grandfather or grandmother or great grandfather. It's an important record for the family in addition to the country.
Peters' office is hosting the event from 2 to 7 p.m. tomorrow at the Marquette Regional History Center. His office is asking veterans to register for a time slot to share their story. Now, you can go to our website, WZMQ-19.com, to get a little bit more information about this event, as well as see how veterans can sign up for a time slot. Back to you.
All right, Rachel, thank you so much for that report. And here's a heads up for those who like ice fishing and hunting. The UP Ice Fishing and Hunting Expo begins Friday afternoon. The event features all kinds of hunting and fishing gear and food vendors. More than 35 vendors are on site this year, including Blades and Clam Outdoors. The event takes place at the UP State Fairgrounds in Escanaba and continues through Sunday. There is no admission charge, and for more information, just go to our website, WZMQ-19.com. Another warm one in the UP today. Ariane tells us how many more days will be like this before that change finally arrives for good. And also, we begin a new feature, What's Up with Megan? Megan O'Connor provides her take on a new fashion show in Marquette and the upcoming Camp Cannabis. And later tonight, we'll talk live about what's being done to make students feel more confident and comfortable in the classroom. That's ahead on our Insight segment on 19 News. We're back after this.
Now, WZMQ-19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stassek.
And we do have weather alerts here on Lake Superior, pretty much the entire Lake Superior. Gale watch until Thursday, 8 p.m. on the western side. Gale watch until Friday on the eastern side and southern. And Lake Michigan till Friday at 2 a.m. So if you're on the lake, please get off. Futurecast. It is cloudy coverage Tuesday evening, Wednesday morning, we're going to see some clouds dissipating and then moving back in on Wednesday afternoon for the entire Upper Peninsula, as well as Wednesday evening when we will see more showers pushing through on Thursday morning into Thursday afternoon. So we'll take a look now at what's ahead. So Wednesday evening, 7 p.m., most of the western part of the UP and Marquette, and then Thursday, we're all getting rain. So enjoy that for most of Thursday into Thursday evening when we'll have some spots in the western and central parts of the UP. And then Friday, it's clearing out because we're going to have an awesome weekend of sunshine and high temperatures. Wind outlook. It's a little gusty, southerly winds coming in. It's all over the place here, but we will have some calm winds on Wednesday afternoon. So if you like to paddleboard, that would be a time to do it inland. Wednesday evening, we'll have some westerly winds coming in and then northerly winds pushing in on Thursday. That's when we're going to see those temps drop on Thursday afternoon into the evening. Your outlook for this evening, the lows, we're going to hit about 56 in Marquette. Some chance of showers, mostly cloudy skies throughout the UP, 50 down in Escanaba, 55 in Houghton. And then tomorrow's high, 73 in Marquette, some showers throughout the UP and partly sunny skies in most of the UP. Your 7-day outlook, we'll take a look at that in more depth coming up, but a chance of sprinkles tomorrow, breezy and rainy on Thursday, and then, like I said, temperatures dropping on Friday and Saturday. Back to you, Sarah.
Thank you very much, Ariane. It's time for What's Up with Megan. Megan O'Connor will be keeping us up to date on trends and events that are happening in the UP. Now, Megan works full-time at the Lake Superior Community Partnership. She's a grad student from Northern Michigan at Northern Michigan University, and she's also been an active member in the Marquette community since 2015. Of course, you can read more about Megan on our website, WZMQ19.com. Megan, we're so happy to have you on our team.
Thank you, Sarah. It's an honor and a privilege to be back on the screens, especially with you.
Oh, thanks, Megan. Same. So what do you have for us today?
Okay, so let's see. For my first segment of What's Up with Megan, will touch on 2 major events located in Marquette. This past weekend, I had the opportunity to walk in Marquette's inaugural fashion show. The fashion show, produced by Pearl Ann Rose McConnell, showcased clothing and jewelry created by local artists and worn by models of all ages and body types. The show gave experience to people who wanted to try walking the runway, photographers, and cosmetology students. My favorite part of the show was the grand opening, a tribute to breast cancer awareness. The show is also a fundraiser for the Sisu Dark Horse to help train kids in combat sports and foster national and international competition. McConnell already has plans for another fashion show next summer. Coming up this weekend, another inaugural event, Camp Cannabis. Happening October 6 and 7, Camp Cannabis will be the largest cannabis consumption event in the Upper Peninsula. Take a look at what's happening this weekend at camp. Unfamiliar with cannabis, there will be plenty of opportunities to learn more about the cannabis education industry from professionals and leaders. Maybe cannabis isn't for you? Well, don't worry, we will have live music from nationally recognized artists such as Sublime with Rome, the Floozies, and Asher Roth, as well as local bands to entertain you all weekend long. Day passes are $75 and weekend passes are $125. But with over 60 local food and cannabis vendors, Camp Cannabis is looking for volunteers. And when you volunteer for 3 shifts, you get a free ticket. For more on Camp Cannabis, check out thefirestation.com. Next week, I plan to give a Camp Cannabis recap, touch on the Art Awards, and the Haunted Hayride. Thank you for watching What's Up with Megan. I'm Megan O'Connor.
Thank you very much. Megan, coming up next, the superintendent of Nice Community School District is live in the studio with us for tonight's 19 News Insights interview. That's after the break. But first, in your 19 News gas gauge report from AAA, Michigan's price per gallon is averaging $4.18. The national average is $3.80. Here in the UP, the highest price was at $4.41 on average in Schoolcraft County, while the lowest price is in Baraga County at $4.13 a gallon. AAA says prices are continuing to rise as a result of tight supplies and more demand.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
Tonight on our Insights segment, we welcome Bryan DeAugustine, the Nice Schools Superintendent. Bryan, thank you so much for joining us on our second ever 6 p.m. newscast. We appreciate you joining us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate being here.
Absolutely. So we've got a lot of things that we want to cover really quickly in this short segment. But first of all, I want to talk about mental health with students at the school. It's been a rough couple of years at Nice Community Schools. What are you guys doing to help students and support them with their mental health?
Yeah, as you know, we went through a really bad tragedy last April, and you know, it's been the focus to just try to heal and recover. We hired a new full-time counselor, so we now have 3 for our district. We have a full-time social worker that we partner with Marquette County Health Department to have her work full-time all day, every day. So we're really trying to bolster those resources, and we're trying to connect students and teachers together to make sure that everyone's looking out for one another.
Sure. If students want to talk to any of those counselors, I mean, do their parents need to like sign a waiver? Do their parents need to, you know, say, I want my student to talk with these people? How does that work for them?
A student can see a counselor at any time of the day. All they have to do is ask. So it's pretty easy to get them connected, and then parents can reach out and ask as well.
Okay. All right. And we want to talk about the substitute teacher shortage. I mean, and teachers in general, there's a shortage of teachers as well, but specifically about substitutes, and there's a lot of different things about, you know, how many hours can they work, or what's their pay going to be, what kind of qualifications do they need to have, what's the status on all of that?
You know, it's a lot easier to become a substitute teacher than people realize. It just takes a couple of college credits to qualify. And at Nice, we pay $110 per day, and we could have someone work every day of the week if they wanted to, or they can pick and choose. It's actually a really good way to make some money. You know, our kids are really well behaved overall, and we welcome anyone who's interested.
Yeah, if someone is interested, how do they sign up for that?
They can just reach out to me, and we'll route them through there. My assistant is really good at helping them get connected with the Marquette Area Regional Education Service Agency,
Yeah.
So Marisa, they help us out a lot with that, and we'll get the person in the system.
Awesome. Now I do want to address one quick thing. Your athletic director, John Beckman, was placed on leave as there was an incident that had happened in the parking lot. Do you have any details or additional information about that situation right now?
No, there's no new information. We're working through the situation, and hopefully we'll resolve it quickly and easily if we can.
Okay. And another big concern about parents is safety at school. Obviously, we want our kids to be safe in school. Is there any changes happening at Nice schools in terms of safety?
You know, we're partnering with Ishpeming Township to try to get a school resource officer. So the school district's going to pay for half the personnel costs, and Ishpeming Township is putting a millage in front of their voters in November to see if they'll pick up the other half of the cost. Hopefully that millage is successful, but if it's not, we'll figure something else out.
Sure. Are you concerned at all about the presence of a police officer in a school? Maybe some kids might be intimidated to have a police officer, or parents to think like, well, what does that mean about our school? Does that mean our schools are unsafe? You know, what's your message to parents about that?
You know, our police officers come a lot and have very positive interactions with our students. So, you know, the Ishpeming Township Police Officer, Chief Mike Kohler, comes often to our school. Sheriff's deputies come by all the time, as do the Michigan State Police. So I think our kids are used to seeing our police officers in friendly ways, and this will just be one more addition to our force.
Awesome. All right. Well, Bryan, thank you so much for your insight on what's going on at Nice Community Schools. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Of course, if you want to watch this segment again, you can do so. Just head on over to our website, WZMQ19.com, right after the show ends. Still ahead tonight, Camp Cannabis. We are live at Tourist Park in Marquette. We're back after this.
I'm Megan O'Connor, now part of the team at WZMQ-19 News.
New fun and games are here. I'm Jerry O'Connell inviting you to come and play Pictionary, weeknights at 7 on WZMQ-TV 19.
The Community Foundation of Marquette County recently presented 5 Catalyst Awards. Beth Milner Jewelry for creating art for social good. Cedar Tree Institute for its work in mental health, interfaith collaboration, and environmental stewardship. Maya Lackey for volunteering with local nonprofits. Barb and Pete Kelly for beautifying Marquette since 1978. And Joni Miller for her vision of a playground for all. Congratulations from WZMQ-19 and the Community Foundation. With just a few days until Camp Cannabis in Marquette, crews have been working hard to get Tourist Park Campground ready for the festival. WZMQ's Scott Minshall joins us live down at Tourist Park. Scott, what kind of work is being done there even already today?
Well, thanks a lot, Sarah. As you can see behind me, preparations are well underway down here at Tourist Park Campground. You can see this main stage that they have built here where Sublime with Rome and the Floozies will be playing on, as well as a lot of fencing and other safety precautions set up down here. Camp Cannabis is just a few days away now, as you mentioned, and the excitement down here is very noticeable. A representative from the festival told me earlier that there'll be over 40 entertainers, as Megan was saying earlier, and some local bands as well to entertain people down here for the weekend. One of the main parts to know, though, about the festival is there will be little to no parking actually here at Tourist Park Campground. Attendees will have to go to the Westwood Mall, where shuttle buses will be running about every 15 minutes. So if you want to get down here and make sure you get a parking spot, the best place to go is going to be to the Westwood Mall. And like I was saying earlier, you could see Sublime with Rome, the Floozies, Asher Roth, and plenty of other great artists from around the country right here this weekend at Camp Cannabis at Tourist Park Campground. Reporting live, Scott Minshall, WZMQ-19 News from Tourist Park Campground.
All right, Scott, thank you so much. A final check on your weather forecast is coming up after the break. Plus, when you can trick or treat with the kids this Halloween. Yep, it's that time already. We're back in 2. Tonight on your 19 News at 11, a Menominee County bus driver celebrates 50 years behind the wheel. A look back at one of his most memorable moments. That's on your WZMQ 19 News at 11:10 Central.
This evening, we've, like I said, have some possible rain showers coming in, mostly cloudy skies, more clouds coming in, winds calming down a little bit as we move into the early hours of 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. We'll be waking up to hopefully some sunshine. That's what they tell me. Your 7-day outlook. Chance of sprinkles, partly sunny skies on Wednesday, high of 74, low of 50. Thursday, we're looking at a high of 52 degrees, breezy and rainy, 90% chance of rain showers. Friday, 46 is the high with mostly cloudy skies and some rain showers as well. Saturday and Sunday, though, looking fantastic. 55 is your high, mostly sunny skies. Monday, Columbus Day, mostly sunny skies and a high of about 55 degrees.
Thank you very much, Ariane. Downtown Marquette will be hosting trick-or-treating this year, of course. On Saturday, October 29th, the 100 and 200 blocks of Washington Street will be closed down from 4 to 7 p.m. for trick-or-treating. Participating businesses throughout downtown will keep their doors open for kids to grab candy and show off their costumes. For more on when your town will be holding trick-or-treating, just visit our website, WZMQ19.com. We'll see you later tonight.